mothers in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Iran, in so many places of the world. The mothers in detention centers, mothers whose children crossed a border hungry and are now separated, waiting in a system not built to care for and hold them in love. If that weight is in the room, we hold it together. It belongs here. We don't leave it at the door. Jesus is still at the table. It's the night before everything falls apart. Before the Garden of Gethsemane. 3 of his disciples have just drilled him with panicked questions. They're afraid of what he's saying and what it means for them. And then he says something that his disciples have been dreading all along. I will not leave you orphaned. They dread it and they long for it in equal measure. I am coming to you. Orphaned. Startling word at a supper table. These are grown men, fishermen, tax collectors, zealot. And Jesus names a fear they cannot name themselves. He sees them. He knows them better than they know themselves. That without them, they will feel alone in the world. The way a child is alone when the one who held them is gone. It's so easy to numb ourselves to that experience. And I invite you to thaw out. Jesus doesn't dismiss that fear. He names it. And then he answers it. Not with a plan, not with a roadmap, but with a promise. Most of us spend our lives in a different arrangement that doesn't feel like being held. We know what it is to perform rather than to belong, to earn what we were always going to be given anyway. Religion, family, school, work. Prove yourself first. Then you may rest. The advocate is coming, Jesus says. Spirit of truth, not beside you, in you. Notice what Jesus is not saying. He doesn't say, keep the commandments and I will love you. He says the reverse. If you love me, you will keep them. In Luke's gospel, that short phrase, Paul is writing to the Athenians, something that should have stopped them cold. In him we live and move and have our being. Not God is nearby, if you look hard enough. In him we live. In him we move. In him we have our being. How do we understand this? And I put effort in the water to clean it. So I think I was just thinking about this driving in. When the tablet dissolves in the water, the tablet is gone. Its presence is still there. It hasn't diminished. In a way, it's expanded. Every molecule of the water carries it. Think of a different tablet like electrolytes. And when you drink it and it's dissolved, every molecule carries that. The tablet is everywhere. This is what Jesus is describing. I'm not leaving to be absent. I'm dissolving. So I will be everywhere. I will not leave you orphaned. I'm coming to you. Both sentences, same breath. It's so countercultural. The world insists that love must travel through these approved channels, biological, official, recognized. Love any other way is a consolation prize. But love is a thread, it's a chain, it's a presence that has always traveled differently, like the wind, like water. Through a mother's best friend, through a neighbor who shows up without even being asked, through people the world didn't expect to carry anything sacred. Aunts, teachers, next door neighbors, friends. The ones who stand by us through it all. The ones who really see us and love us without condition. Not because they were obligated, just because love is uncontainable. It doesn't stay contained when it's healthy. It finds a way through every person willing to open their hearts to. That is the advocate. Moving through bodies the world didn't expect. And I want to share a story some of us became more familiar with on Friday night at the movie that we saw. It's based on a true story. Let me show you a glimpse of what it looks like. January 29th, 2024, a car was fleeing Gaza City. Inside, Hind Rajid, a 6-year-old girl, her aunt and uncle, and 4 cousins. An Israeli tank fire hit the car. Her aunt, her uncle, and her cousins were killed. Hind survived. She called the Palestinian Red Crescent Society for help. A dispatcher named Rana al-Faqih answered. Hind stayed on the phone for hours, surrounded by the bodies of her family that at first she thought were sleeping. Her cousin, Leanne, still alive at first, was killed while on the phone. Red Crescent dispatched an ambulance, paramedics, Youssef and Ahmed. They drove toward Hind. They were killed when the ambulance was struck. Hind's body was found 12 days later, February 10th, still in the car, in the Tel Hawala neighborhood in Gaza City. She was 6 years old. She was in the butterflies class. Her mother agreed to share Hin's final recording during the 70 minutes that she was on call trying to get help. Her mother made that choice so that her daughter's voice, and that the voice of every child crying out in our devastating inhumanity would not be orphaned, would not be swallowed by silence, indifference, would not disappear. Some of us have heard that voice now. It has dissolved into us. We cannot separate it out. At the southern border, children in detention centers have drawn pictures of their mothers on the walls. Some don't know if their mothers are still in the country, or even if they're alive. Yet, across this country, people, congregations, neighbors, strangers, offering what they have: sanctuary, food, a place to sleep, someone who will not look away, someone who opens their heart and takes a stand and speaks up. They are not abandoned. The advocate was in them, moving through their ordinary bodies into places that need love. Links in a chain they did not start and won't finish. That is what the held do with their holding. Because what has dissolved in us is meant to go somewhere. And so we bring before us the names of so many we will never know and cannot even imagine, into prayer that reminds us of who this divine incarnate love is. God who chose to be born in an occupied land, who arrived as a refugee before you could walk, who knows what it is to flee in the night, to be turned away from the door. We bring you the name of Hind, 6 years old in a car calling for help. We bring her mother who refused to let that voice be silenced. We bring the name of Rana who stayed on the line with mother love. We bring Yusuf and Ahmed who, despite the dangers, drove toward her in an ambulance. We bring the children crossing deserts without papers, without water, the children in every war zone where a mother is counting to make sure they are still alive. We believe every child is made in your image. We believe you choose to hear every child's voice. We confess we have looked away. We confess we have called helplessness, faithfulness, and our comfort a right. Give us the courage to see. Give us the courage to weep. Give us the will to act. Until every and life in all its fullness. Amen. If you have photos of